स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ते सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथाः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णे विष्णुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैर्भङ्गैः सुष्ठुवागुंसस्तनूभिः दशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो रुद्रश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ अग्नेनया सुपथा राये अस्मान् विश्वानि देवा वैनानि विद्वान् योद्यस्मः जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां ते नमः उक्तिम् इदेम। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसि जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरायुष होति व्याधि महारथो जायताम् रोगिर्धेनुर्वोढा नद्वान् आशप्तिः पुरन्दर्योषा जिष्णुरथेष्टाः सवेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो न वर्षतो फलवत्यो न वोषदेः पश्चन्ताम् योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु हनिराकरणमस्तु हनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम तत्सतु।
Thank you very much. See, today is the penultimate day before we meet Sivaratri. We have the day on Sivaratri where we worship all people in worship Shiva because he is Ishvara, he is the commander, he is the enveloper, he is the pervader, and he is there in all gods. All gods are in him. And that great Paramatma, Parabrahma, Parashakti, etc. is being eulogized, and we are being acquainted in the Svetasvataropanishad, which session we are going on today. Who is that Ishvara? What are his capacities? What are his qualities? What are his jobs, work schedules, etc. This is explained, we have got to know, and that Svetasvatara Maharshi is giving us a kind of information so that we develop interest, attachment, and devotion, so that we will always think of somebody, that is Parashakti, Paramatma, who will be the guardian, who will guide us, because we are nowhere we are strong and capacitated. We are everywhere dependent because we have the samsara bandhas. And even for the samsara bandha, there is the hetu. That hetu is Paramatma. He will only attach us, but he has to only detach. Generally, we think anybody who makes a knot, we may not be able to unknot the knot, but somebody required to unknot it. Maybe it is so intricate. So, but the samsara bandha is something very, very tough to get rid of that. But we cannot get stuck with that. We have to have a moksha. So even to get moksha, the pradhana kshetrapati, and who has got the guna, the capacity to untie that, and that is Ishvara. That's what we have been introduced in the sloka 16 of the last chapter, the sixth chapter of Svetasvataropanishad. And he said that for everything, Paramatma is the cause, and he is all-knowing and everywhere. So that's what I want to read once and then go to next one, which one from which we have got to go it. Saha Ishwaraha Vishwakrutu, he is the maker of the entire universe, entire activity, all that. And Vishwavitu, he also knows the technology, because the technology or the machine, because the world is a machine, and how to repair, how to maintain, how to make it run, all that kind of skills are there with Paramatma, and therefore he is called as Vishwavidu. There is nothing not known to him. Everything is very familiar to him, and therefore he is called Vishwavidu. And moreover, he has got such a freedom. If at all he wants to be born, he will be born by himself. There is nobody to make him be born, nor maintain him to proceed. He is absolutely, completely independent. That's what we call Atma Yoni. And moreover, Graha, he's a knowledge provider also, and he knows. And moreover, Kala, see Kala, that means he is the destroyer of time. Kala is the destroying or annihilation, and even the time also stops if he minds. So he has got that kind of stopwatch. Nobody has got the stopwatch in the world born, but Paramatma alone has got the stop clock. Whenever you press the button, then the clock stops, the time stops. And that is exactly what we call Pralaya. So he is one who makes the clock of life of everybody to start and end, to start and end. But this kind of start and end could be completely controlled finally by Paramatma. Therefore, he has been ascribed with a great compliment as Kala in 16th. Namula Guni Sarva Vidyaha. Guni, he has got all gunas in him, not only 3 gunas and more than that. And so, and moreover, Tyagaraja, when he talks about Rama qualities, he just tries to enumerate. There are 32 gunas in Rama. Muppadi rendu gunamulu kala Ramuni sevintumu rare. The song runs like that. Let us go, let us worship Rama, who is known for beautiful 32 qualities. And all those 32 qualities have been enumerated by Tyagaraja in the Kirtana. But that's only for information to the world or people that we have got to have 32 qualities. That's a guni. And another astrologically, when 2 horoscopes are matched, a boy and girl, the astrologer will look for matching how much percentage of pass we can have in the total gunas to be counted in matching the horoscope is 36 gunas. And they also think that if it is if the matching takes place more than 18 gunas, pass, third class. But more gunas, well, second class, first class, and all that. So, but most of there they want some 8 gunas, Nadi Kuta, they call it. 8 gunas should be compulsorily be there in the matching. So, I'm telling that the guni means a guna quality is always kind of it, always counted in all people. Suguna, Durguna, Nirguna, Saguna, etc. So, we try to judge people from the instance of gunas, but our Paramatma, Ishvara, is completely filled full, Purnam. Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudichyate, you know. So it's Guni. And moreover, Sarva Vidya, how many Vidyas are there? Thousands of Vidyas are there. Not only BA, BSc, MBBS and all that. These are all Buddharanimittam Bahokruta Vesham. Shankaracharya says they are all only help you to get your stomach filled, taking one or the other assignment correspondingly. But Vidya is Upanishad Vidya and Brahma Vidya. And so many Vidyas are there. So Vidya Sthanam Mantare. There are 14, actually, people have given a kind of number. Chaturdasha Mahavidyaha and Chatur Shashti Kalaha. There are 14 Vidyas and 14 and 64 kalas. That is what we know only. But Sarva Vidya means more than them. We have so many Vidyas, and every Upanishad is a Vidya. Therefore, every Upanishad is a tool. And through that tool or a sadhana, we become sadhya, we attain the goal of all that. Therefore, but Paramatma knows in what manner people are able to reach him. For example, in Saundarya Lahari, Shankaracharya gives us more than 27th sloka, more than 13 modes which could be recorded as Vidyas, through which Amma can be reached. The Parameswari can be made pleased. So everybody cannot adopt every Vidya, but people have got their own mode of worship, their time of worship, and their style of worship, etc. But for all that, the Parameswara and Parameswari both are congenial and acceptable. Therefore, but Ishvara is one who can understand any pathway that anybody has taken up. So the pathway choice is ours, but pathways completely are in the knowledge of Paramatma and Pradhana Kshetrajnaha. So this Paramatma is the control of matter and spirit. Pradhana Kshetra, see, science, and so in the science we call, what is science? We have got matter and science, which means physics and chemistry. These are two important things anywhere. And chemistry is a chemical reaction, that is got, we call it as a spirit. And physics and all that is called matter. So matter and physics and all that is there in the world, and all that is being controlled by Paramatma. So it's called Pradhana Kshetrajnaha and Pati and Gunishaha. This another thing was Gunishaha. He is the Ishvara for all gunas. Sattva, Raja, Tamo Guna, these are important gunas. And so all gunas are there in that. Then we have got another important qualification, samsara mokshava. See, we don't want whatever is the CV or biodata of Paramatma, because it is immense, runs to pages and pages and pages. But what we want is whether he will be helping us to have samsara moksha. So he is one responsible to give the samsara bandha and samsara moksha. Samsara mokshasya hetuhu, samsara bandhasya hetuhu. So that's what in Vishnu Sahasranam also, you come across the compliment to Mahavishnu that bhayakrut bhayanashanaha, pranaha, pranadaha, prana. So prana, he is prana, he is provider of prana, and also all that. So like that, Ishvara, Paramatma is at A and Z. So total area is being covered up by him. Therefore, he is called a samsara bandha hetuhu, samsara mokshasya hetuhu. So atibandha, atimoksha. So atimoksha, if at all we want to understand, there are even moksha has got 4 compartments or 4 layers or 4 layouts. And ultimately what we want is called sayujyam. And what are the tires of that? Sayujya, sarupya, samanata, and salokata. See, salokata is staying in the same city, same place, same country. And samanata is to have all the equal qualities that of others. Then sayujya is ultimate one where we completely get identified and merged into Paramatma. So Eki Bhavana is what is called. So when we worship the Paramatma, he is so capable that he will grant whatever we are eligible for and whatever we can. So samsara bandha is one and samsara moksha is another. At each point, Paramatma is there. That's what is ours. See, and moreover, we may quote a question. Yake now is Svetasvataropanishad odbeku. Why are we trying to? Because in about 113 mantras, divided into 16 chapters, he is trying to give us complete knowledge that who is Ishvara, who are we, with what are we bound, and how do we get rid of the bindings or the ties that we have been on. So how can we get rid of this kind of cycle, coming and going, simple harmonic motion, born, body, and then not appear, disappearing again. So this kind of cycle, we want to put an end for that. For that end putting also, there is that somebody. So this would, all this has been taught to us or mentioned to us or made us aware how the whole world goes like. See, everybody knows ahara nidra bhayamaithunancha samanametat pasubhirnaranam dharmo hitesham adhiko visesha dharmena hinaha pasubhis samanaha anta ಒಂದು ಸುಭಾಷಿತ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ all these things like ahara, sevana, nidra, maithuna, etc. All these are quite common even for the pashus, animals, beasts, and also to humans. But what is that demarcating principle between animal and man is a dharma. That dharma is the only one thing which distinguishes the man from animal. And what kind of dharma? There are plenty of dharmas are there. That's why we always make a prayer. Ya Upanishatsu dharmaha te mayi santu. Whatever Upanishadic dharmas are there. Upanishadic means secret. You have to unravel through your effort. So as you and how you unravel the secrets and that dharmas, then you will be able to be comfortable and try to help yourself that you will not be able to return to that. For example, in Vishnu Sahasranamam, Dharmaraja puts a beautiful question to Bhishmacharya. What is that? Srutva dharman aseshena. Because the previous evening, Bhishma taught the Pandavas number of dharmas. And next morning, he will ask dharman aseshan dharman. And each dharma is a pavanani sarvasaha. In all respects, in all ways, every dharma will help you. But I want to know a dharma which is final. See, pavanani sarvasaha, yudhishthiraha shantanavam punarevapa abhyabhashata. What is that? He questioned him. Kim ekam daivatam loke, kim vapyekam parayanam, stuvantaha kam, archantaha kam, manavaha prapnuyo suham. So subha is one thing, it's material happiness, at the same time spiritual wisdom and success. Therefore, that he wanted to know. So Bhishma told 1,000 names of Vishnu, remember them and meditate upon each one or all of them and all that. Ultimately, what are you going to gain? Shanti. Shanti arthe vinayujyate. So also, here also, the same. In other words, our Svetasvatara Maharshi also is telling, all Upanishadkaras are telling, because they are all sadhakas and they are also siddhas. So whatever little they are able to grasp, understand, and realize, that they are able to impart to the future generations of people. Whoever is lucky, they will be able to adopt. It's something like having the remote in your hand. See, there are so many channels, but remote given to your hand, it is up to your choice and liking that you can dwell on the channel that you want on the screen. Like that, we have all that being given by Maharshis, great, and saying about the God. Now I'm going to the 17th, where from we have got to do. So, Onkarapanavare heri satanmayo hi amruta isha samstho. Yarobare heri.
Satanmayo yamrutam isha samsto. Satanmayo yamrutam isha samsto.
Gnaha sarvagaha bhuvanasya gupta.
Gnaha sarvagaha bhuvanasya gopta. Gnaha sarvagaha bhuvanasya gopta.
Ya ishaha asya jagato nityameva.
Ya ishasya asya jagato nityameva. ya ishasha asya jagato nityameva.
Nanyo hetuhu vidyata ishanaya.
Nanyo hetu ajjata ishanaya. Nanyo hetu ajjata ishanaya.
Yo brahmanam vidadhati purvam.
Yo brahmanam vidadhati purvam. Yo brahmanam vidadhati purvam.
Yo vai vedascha prahinoti tasmai.
Yo vai vedam cha prahinoti tasmai. Yo vai vedam cha prahinoti tasmai.
Tam havidevam atma buddhi prakasham.
Tam ha devamatma buddhi prakasham. Tam ha devamatma buddhi prakasham.
Mumukshurvai sharanamaham prapadye.
Mumukshurvai sharanamaham prapadye. Mumukshurvai sharanamaham prapadye.
Nishkalam nishkriyam shantam.
Nishkalam nishkriyam shantam. Nishkalam nishkriyam shantam.
Niravadyam niranjanam.
Niravadyam niranjanam. Niravadyam niranjanam.
Amrutasya param setum.
Amrutasya param setum. Amrutasya param setum.
Dagdhendanamivanalam.
Dagdenda namivalanam. Dagdenda namivalanam.
So we have got a beautiful idea when we listen to that. It is for our common understanding. And there are two things, you controlling and somebody controlling. You controlling things is limited, while Paramatma controlling things is unlimited. That's exactly what is being preached in the 17th mantra of the 6th chapter of Svetasvataropanishad. So now he is telling who is that Ishvara? Saha Ishvaraha Tanmayaha. He is completely enveloped or completely the ruler and is eternal. So Tanmayaha. That is, he is there in the universe, any and everywhere. In other words, he is the soul of the universe. He is the nucleus of the universe. And again, Amrutaha, he is immortal. He is changeless. He is Achyuta. Chuti andre Nasha. Chuti andre change. Achyuta andre not change. He remains the same. So Surya Bhagavan is same to all people at all times, as you see, because our fathers, grandfather, great-grandfather, all ancients, they're all enjoying the same Surya, same differences, same changes in Surya Bhagavan, same changes in the weather. They have all this common experience. And after us also, another, you, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and so on. So all of them will have the experience of this Ishvara, named Surya Bhagavan or Chandra or Nakshatra. They don't know. That's why he is called Tanmaya and he is Amruta. We only stop our existence, but Ishvara does not stop. He will continuously rule people. So Ishaha Samsthaha. So he is there sitting upon the throne, where from the administration, where from the management, where from everything takes place. Therefore, he is there Samsthaha. And moreover, Gnaha, he knows any and everybody. You may think that Lord Shiva closing the eyes always in meditation. That's what Mudra Rakshasa person, Mudra author, Visakadatta says. So always you observe Lord Shiva closing the eye. Sada dhyana paro Shivaha kim dhyayati nakopi janati. So he tickles the mind of Parvati in the Nandi sloka of Mudra Rakshasam. Amma Parvati, you just find out which is the girl which Shiva is thinking in his mind, closing your eye, and you think that you are the true consort true wife to Shiva, nobody is there. But you don't know, he remains always closed, find out. Like that, he just jokes upon the closing eyes of Paramatma. So, Sada Jnana Paro Shivaha Kam Jhayati Jhayanti Tishtati. About whom, which lady is there in his mind, thinking about like that. So, there's a joke done. But here, the Paramatma, though he is meditating, but he is found anywhere and all information goes to him. Something like that vigilance camera kept in front of the owner of the shop. He will be knowing, sitting in his counter, who is going, what he is doing, what is he buying, where is he moving, etc. All that vigilance is being recorded, otherwise he is being watched by the person sitting at the counter, and he need not move any and everywhere to inspect what's going on inside the shop, who are the... So in that manner, I think we have got that kind of sarvagaha. So the moment he sends his eye upon the camera, he will be knowing he is there at every point of his shop or of his place. Therefore, Paramatma, imagine, all hours is always limited, but Paramatma has to have supervise and get information and knowledge about any and everything going on in the universe, how the stars are moving, how the comets are working, how the moon is working, and so on. So the entire nature, entire Bhutaloka, everything working. So he is about, he is there. That's why it's called Sarvagaha, going any and everywhere possible. And Bhuvanasya Asya Gopta. But he doesn't only watch, he will protect. Gopta means protector. And infusing confidence in people when they have lost confidence at the time when they are in sorrow, immense grief. Best example is Sita Devi. Sita, underneath the tree, Asoka tree, she was simply encircled by a number of Rakshasis who are all known for Vikrutakaras. You can't, they're not beautiful faces. They're not beautiful. It's all Vikaras. It's all oddities. The Rakshasas are there. With that kind of Rakshasi woman being tortured, tormented, commented, etc. She is living there. But imagine she has lost all. But she was such a great devoted woman or wife that she never missed to remember Rama. Also have a hope that someday Rama shall come. Rama will kill Ravana. Rama would take her back to his portals. So that is the kind of a goal and dhyana that which she has sustained. But we all know that in Sundarakanda, Hanuman was able to at last sight Sita Devi, and he witnessed what kind of harsh words that Ravana came and spoke to Sita and all that. Then, and he wanted to speak to that princess Sita Devi. And after all, he's a monkey, but still he is considered as the Buddhimatam Varishtaha. He is best among all intelligent people. So what did he do? He just went there. He just approached Sita Devi and instilled last confidence in her, saying that I am Ramaduta. It all proofs, and he gave that ring of that Rama Mudrankitam. So our ring has been given and convinced Sita and give a hope to her that I am there. So that is the important aspect. That means primarily Anjaneya is the Gopta in a sense that he thought that it's okay, I have seen and going to Rama and reporting, I have seen Sita is no use. But I should see that if at all I come back with Rama, she should be continuing living. She should have, because already she is in a very hopeless state of mood and mind and situation. I cannot. Therefore, what he did, Gopta, he just talked to her, saw that she will continue to live until Rama comes and the war is over. That's what she says. And for that, what did Sita say? She said, see, within 1 month, I can hold my life for 1 month. If Rama and you all do not come and kill Ravana and take me back, you will not see me back. So you actually Ravana gave 2 months time to her to decide to marry her, while Sita Devi as a good project manager, team leader, she said, I only 1 month. So you look at the Valmiki's thought that no team leader should open the basket saying that, oh, we are given 2 months, we can complete the project. Nothing like you go only 1 month. So that all team workers will be able to help you to that time. And afterwards, you have got time to revise and all that next work, post work of the project. Like that, he is called as Asya Bhuvanasya Gopta. Gopta has got the responsibility of taking care because he is said to be a good ruler. So he's a good ruler. He has got the good rulership of all these things. And again, Bhuvanasya Isasya Jagataha Nityameva. And moreover, Asya Jagataha, for this world, he has been a ruler constantly. He will not retire. You know, so many big officers keep their telephone nowadays, contemporarily, the telephone next to their bed. Even though they are sleeping, if doctors, for example, also, so they cannot keep the phone in silent mode or put off and all that. They're on call. So they should always be aware. Whenever phone call comes, they should attend. That is their duty. So in the same manner, Paramatma is constantly aware, both day and night. Ahaha, Nisha, Ahar Nisha, all the 24 hours. So that is to say that Nityameva Jagataha Ishaha means he is a duty doctor who cannot wink, who cannot sleep, but aware that anytime the call might come. Anytime I have got to work for protection. So that is the character of a good king, good administrator. So Gopta, Nityameva is important rule. We may take casual leave. We apply for leave, but Paramatma won't apply leave at all. It is something like the prana. You know, prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. There are 5 vital layers constantly working in our body. Because if Ayurveda people look at the status of the prana inside, and that's also one of the diagnostic modes, how they can decide regarding the illness or etc. of an individual. So here also, and among all that, prana is important. Prana comes and goes, and there is no much time lag in the prana. Afterwards, the other vital layers in the body, apana, vyana, udana, they take their own time to disappear from the body. But the pranavayu is very, very important, constantly making the body maintained. That's why we get para prana shakti paramatma. Who is this paramatma? He is the para prana shakti. That means he's a common prana shakti to any bhuta, any animal that is sent into this world. So para prana shakti naha. So we always make in the prana pratishtapa that we see that Paramatma is that's Parampara Shakti. So Nityameva Jagataha Ishaha and Nanyaha Hetuhu Vidyata Ishanaya. Nobody can be a controller other than he. Nobody could be approached other than he after all activity. So Nanya Pantha Vidyate Yanaya is Purusha Suktam. See, Nanya Pantha Vidyate Yanaya, there is no way out but this to go to Paramatma. That's why here you see beautifully Nanyaha Hetuhu Vidyata Ishanaya. Hetu, and moreover, you should know why the Paramatma is so committed. Everybody can skip the commitment, can be saying lies or all these things, adharma. But Paramatma can never skip it. That's why you always say dharmatma, dharma satya sandhascha, ramo dasarathiriyati, paurushe cha pratidvandvaha, sarainam jahi ravanim. Look at this idea. So yenam ravanim sharam. Let this arrow be killing that Indrajit, who is the son of Ravana, who is the toughest problem. Unless one by one is cleared, killed in battle, Ravana cannot be killed because these are all so many people who are there to finish first, then the king or the ruler. Even in Mahabharata war also, all the 99 brothers were killed by Bhima, and the Duryodhana was the last straw on the camel's back to say that he ultimately was killed, and he was the last person to survive the Mahabharata war to some extent. So like that, we see there is nobody who could completely complete and administer, but only Paramatma. That's why nobody can take the rulership. And because the responsibility of the rulership is very, very, very heavy. Nobody can have that kind of all-round capacities to be a best administrator. So, Hisanaya hetuhu anyaha na vidyata. No hetu, nobody is there who could be the ruler, who could be the controller, and therefore, who is this Paramatma? He is the eternal ruler, untiring ruler. And that Paramatma comes in the form of Rama, is a Dharmatma, Dharmamurtihi, Dharma Sindhu. People call Rama as that, but whenever you vote for Dharma, you should have Tyaga, you should have Vairagya, you should not look for comforts. You know, Rama is not ordinary fellow, but whenever anything happens, we say, Ayo Rama, Aho, Aho Lakshmana. So Rama is Aho. That means always open for pity. Now, the next verse, 18 and 19, we read it. So, and further, what about him? Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam. What is his job when he is having so much of qualification and desirability, etc.? What is the job? What has it done to us so that we can recognize and remember and acknowledge and respect him? So here we got in 18th, 1. Brahmanam vidadhati purvam. Erstwhile after creation, he is one who gives birth for Brahma, the creator. So yaha Brahmanam vidadhati. Vidadhati means organizes him. You see, not simply birth. Birth must have the organization or organizing the birth. That is, you go to LKG, UKG, college, university, etc. So what is that all doing? We are organizing ourselves because we have got the organs in our body, and you have to comb the organs together so that your organization of yourself is being properly attended to. So the manas is only a screen, and the indriyas are the directors, and karmendriyas are the executors. In our body, just imagine, if at all your mind, if at all an indriya tells that something, writes that on the screen on the empty screen of your mind, then that mind will tell the brain, and brain will try to make your karmendriyas, legs, hands, etc., to cooperate. Therefore, it is called as the Sambhuyatvam, a organization and acceptance and execution of all that desire that appears, that rises in the, and moreover, where is the desire? Shivalingavare ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಏನು ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಾರ್ಥೇಷು ಪ್ರವರ್ತಂತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. You need not do anything to any indriya. If you open the eye, sees. For your ear, there is nothing like opening. It's all, there is no door for ear. Any sound, it is able to catch up and tell you, hey, there is sound. Then nose, prana shakti. That means the nose has got to scent at the same time, receive and release the air, etc. So you need not do anything to make these things work. They automatically work. That is what is the name. Indriyartheshu. Similarly, when brain tells, you start walking, you start standing. All these actions are because of the indriyas and all that. Therefore, but Ishvara is one who has given initiation and appointed Brahma. not only simply given birth, he has to be sent to school, he has to be educated, he has to be organized, he has to be given job. Then only our life here will be rewarding. If not, we all know that if you fail in the examination, you don't get your good jobs. If you pass distinction exams, you will be getting good jobs like that. So there must be Veda, knowledge to be given. So education to be given to Brahmadeva. So he only one who puts the boy Brahma to education. Vedamscha tasmai prahinoti. So he is one who presented the Vedic knowledge, all four Vedas. That's why you always see Brahmadeva with 4 hands, bearing in his 4 hands 4 Vedas. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Athar Veda, because all 4 Vedas make the yajna completely successful. And thereafter, you have got many kinds of yajna phala, the results out of the sacrifice. So yajna phala is innumerable and immeasurable and immense. So Vedamscha prahinoti tasmai tam hadevam atma buddhi prakasham. And that Brahmadeva, a Paramatma, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಯೋಗ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಏನ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಸೆನ್ಸ್, ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಮೈಂಡ್? ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. When you don't use your mind, then you don't be able to unknot things. That's what they say, employment of your mind. That's exactly. And you can use the mind when there is some training, when there is some adoption, when there is some introduction, when there is something like that. So we have got that Atma Buddhi. Everybody has got Atma Buddhi, personal thinking. Atma Buddhi, and always it is said, Atma Buddhi Sukham Chaiva Parabuddhi Guru Buddhir Visheshataha. Your thinking, your projection is primary. If gurus are there, if experienced elders are there, they will be able to give you some light. So that's why it said Atma Buddhi is one. To make the Atma Buddhi get illuminated, Prakasham is one. So there should be somebody who should illuminate your mind. Something like Surya and Chandra. Surya is self-luminous body, and Chandra, dependent body. Every 15th day, in a month, he has to stay with sun, Amma, and he should have the charging and use that charging slowly in the whole 15 days. So that day when sun and moon are together, that day is called as Amavasya, because Avasya means living. Ama is the Kiranam, is the ray of sun, in which the charging of moon takes place. And thereby, when he is being charged, you can't use it. So dark night. So you don't find sun, moon on the night of Amavasya, because he has gone to rest. And the next day, you find the streak of that, or colors, the 16 colors will start growing day by day. So then we come to Purnima, the full moon day. So like that, but Atma Buddhi Prakasham, there must be somebody to impel you, to urge you to activate. What is that? It is like the mobile SIM card. You may put SIM card by paying money to the fellow, but he has to activate it. Then only you can call anybody, anywhere, and so on, mobile or roaming or whatever it is. So that's why Atma Buddhi Prakashaka is Brahma, is Parabrahma, and not only Buddhi Prakashakam, but Mumukshuhu Vai. So he is one who is trying to appease and attend to those people who desire for emancipation, who wants to grow. Supposing suddenly Yama comes and asks you, hey, come on, let's go. Are you ready to go with Yama? Impossible. No, you will say, no, I'm not ready. I got this, come next week. But Yama has no compassion. So our Kulkarni avare Purandardas ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಮನಿಗೆ ಕಿಂಚಿತ್ತೂ ದಯವಲ್ಲ, ಯಮನಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ದಯ ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ರಹಸ್ಯ, ತುಂಬಾ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್. ಯಮನಿಗೆ ಕಿಂಚಿತ್ತೂ ದಯವಿಲ್ಲ. He doesn't have an iota of The time clicks, he will just take away, nothing. Something like the invigilator who grabs your answer book when the bill rings finally. He has to do it. He cannot allow the student to write one letter.
Okay.
That's a good invigilator. So bell ಹೊಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ invigilator ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, answer book from student grab ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಗೆ instruction. He should not allow more time.
Yes.
So like that, Yama also, he cannot wait until the X accepts. That's why he will just come, pick and get out. Something like the eagle. Supposing the eagle flying in the air finds serpent on the ground, what does it do? It comes in a tangential way, such a way, it will just pick it up and then go away. It
Yes,
picks
sir.
serpent to go up. So even that Yama, even the killers are very sharp and quick and no time allowed to anybody.
Don't do anything.
Eagle is a good example, is it not? So like that, grabbing. And therefore, Svetasvataropanishadalli ಅವನು ನಮ್ಮ ಎದುರು ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಸಿ ಮಾ ಕಶ್ಚಿತ್ ಧನಂ ಗೃಧ್ರಿಯಾತ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ. ಗೃಧ್ರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗಲ್ ತರಹ ನೀವು ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಬ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಕಾನ್ಫಿಸ್ಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸೊ ಕುರ್ವನ್ನೇವೇಹ ಕರ್ಮಾಣಿ ಜಿಜೀವೇಚ್ಛೇತ್ ಸತಂ ಸಮಾಹ ಮಾ and then in second line it says ma grudhriyat. So don't do it like that. Here also the atma buddhi prakasha and mumukshuhu sharanam aham prapadye. So even Paramatma, when you are matured in your pursuits towards moksha, he will pick you up immediately, like Prahlada. But Prahlada asked for option, we don't have. ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದನ್ನು ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸ, ಹಿರಣ್ಯಕಶಿಪು killed. So now you can come back to your Vaikuntham, you are eligible for that ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. Everybody says to Prahlada. Then Prahlada is good. He says, no, our Swami has killed only one fellow, my father. And he has got a good number of friends of similar mind and activity. ಹಿರಣ್ಯಕಶಿಪು ತರಹ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗ ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್. ಐ ಫೈಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫುಲ್ ಆಫ್ ನಾರಾಯಣಮಯ. ಕೆಲಸ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗಾಗತ್ತೆ? ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನನ್ನ ಊಟ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ ಸೇಸ್, ನೋ, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ ನೌ ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು check and correct and all incorrigible fellows are there like my father. So you have killed the chief of them, but followers are there many in the country. I want to repair them and then only I'll come to Vaikuntha. That's why Narasimha Swami compliment enandre Prahlada palakaha dhiraha anta. Prahlada yaru? Prahlada is the enemy's son. It is not easy to protect enemy's son. So like that here, but mumukshuhu, when you are in the direction, he will help you. And in next sloka, I hope you understand. Prapadye means I seek shelter. See, prapadye, mumukshuhu vai saranam aham prapadye. Unless you approach with all resignation of the worldly life, then only he will give you a hand. Lakshmi Nrusimha mamadehi karavalambam. See, Lakshmi Nrusimha will give you karavalambanam, support of his hand, only when you have absolute surrender. You know, Sankaracharya was kept on the fire, burning. He's on the verge of getting completely done. But at that time, he asked for Lakshmi Nrusimha's help, nobody else. Because he is the only capable fellow who can pierce through the difficulties and solve the difficulties. That's why he is called Apasmara Vidhatine anta Narasimha Swamige. Apasmara madinella nashana madi rakshane mado capacity only for Vishnu, who is the Narasimha Avataram. And therefore, here we have got that. And that is the, and moreover, in second line, Amrutasya Param Setu. Setu andre bridge. The river is no problem when you have got a bridge built. Therefore, if at all you want to reach up the immortality or drink that kind of amruta, for him, he is the Setu also. And that's what we see in the next 19th verse, that Nishkalaha, Nishkriyaha, Shantaha, Niravatyaha, Niranjanaha, Amrutasya, Param Setuhu, and all these are all the important activity and detachment which Paramatma has got. See, ನಮಗೆ ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬೀಗ ಹಾಕೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬೀಗ ಹಾಕಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೀಗ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಏನಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆ ತರಹ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ he must be having something. ಅದೇ ನಿಷ್ಕಲಹ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವನು ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ he has no time at all. No, he is not bound by time. And nishkalaha, that is, he has got no parts. Kala andra also means parts, no parts. Your clock has got a digital divisions, 1, 2, 3, 4, like. For him, no digitalization. He is completely, totally one. That's why he is called as nishkalaha. And nishkriyaha, he has no activity howsoever. Just same. And nishkriyaha, and again he is called shantaha. He is quite tranquil, highly peaceful. So chobhano devaha, and he is called a god who is free from all chobha. Chobha andre chaosu, confusionu. Ella namge ide chaosu, confusionu, all that. But Paramatma has not got any of that. That's why it's called as shantam. If the child is crying, what does the elders do? They keep on enjoying the cry of the child. Alva shantavagirtare. So that is what is a big, and a mature person will always have that kind of advantage. So it's called shantam. And niravajyam, avajya andre fault, mistakes. Niravajya andre no doshas at all.
No mistake.
He is free from doshas. ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರಹ ಕಲಂಕಗಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಚಂದ್ರನಿಗೆ ಕಲಂಕ ಇದೆ, ಸೂರ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಕಲಂಕ ಇದೆಯಾ? There is black speck in moon's disk, but is there black speck in Surya Bhagavan? No. He is always bright. No mark in him. That's why Surya is Parabrahma, excellence. And also Niranjanam, he is untainted fellow, stainless free. Stainless. He has not got any kind of stain, or stain andre papam. See, whenever a patra has got stain, your eye looks to the stains only. Alva? You word underline madidre, the word underline, your eye runs. Or one word and erase madi ugly madibitidre, your eye goes to that ugly word first, not the other words. So our catch up attraction illa. Then amrutasya param setuhu, he is the extreme best bridge of between the amruta, for amrutam, and he is and how all these qualities are there in Paramatma. In the first line also we have got that amrutasya setu nishkalaha, nishkriyaha, shantaha, niravadya, niranjana. How do you want to compare it? You want to compare this to fully burnt fire. Analam andre agni, benki, fire. Indhana andre fuel. Dagdha andre burnt. So, ಈ ಇಂಧನಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ? ಅಗ್ನಿ ಶಾಂತವಾಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. So that's why we always make a prayer. Sarva ahutihi huta bhaveyuhu. Let all ahutis remain burnt completely. ಆವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೊಗೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಹೋಮ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಆಹುತಿಗಳು ಬರ್ನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಶಾಂತವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಯಜ್ಞವೇದಿ. ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಶ್, ವೈಟ್, ಅದು ವೈಟ್ ಆಶ್, ಅದನ್ನು ವಿಭೂತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. ಸೊ ವಿಭೂತಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ವೈಟ್ ಆಶ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ is picked up, and that is so good for the plants, not only for humans, also for plants. That budi or ash is very important. So anala dagdham indhanam is wonderful. highly, because that particular thing contains the dhatu, phala, and all that. So Paramatma is like that. So to say that the fellow, he has no beginning of creation, and only Brahma is deputed to start it, and he bestows knowledge for Brahmadeva, and he constitutes the supreme bridge of immortality. He has no division, he has no actions, particularly. He is always calm, he is fault-free, he stays free, and he resembles what? The fire that has consumed the fuel totally. That is, fuel is our life samsara. You see, we have got so many bandhanas in our life. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇದು ಮುಂಜೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಏನೇನೋ. The moment you get up, you get list of program. If your list is different from the list given by the members of the family. ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲಾರ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ನೀವು ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು per day. These are all our attachments. But Paramatmaniಗೆ list illa. He knows. And therefore, he is called that Indhanam Dagdham Yatha. That means he is able to cover the entire list of people whoever have submitted already. But we cannot give the total list at a time because our minds are always not stable. Chame. Say Prasuti Chame, Shem Chame, Mayas Chame. So Chame ಅಂತ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಾ ಅಂತ. ಅವಾಗ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ಫುಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಐತೆ, he will not bother. ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ, so there is that kind of role, and he is completely full, and he is always all that. Therefore, this particular sloka, the mantra tells us that he is able to make our Atma understand the surroundings and atmosphere. Therefore, mumukshu, if at all you want to become a mumukshu, you should complete execution of every list that is being given by every member of our family. ಈ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅಮ್ಮಯ್ಯ ಬಂತು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನನ್ನ ಮರ್ತು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಏನ್ರಿ ಕರ್ವಿನ ಸೊಪ್ಪು ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೊಂಡಿರಲ್ಲ. ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಲೇಬೇಕು.
Very difficult to do it.
You forget ಕರ್ವಿನ ಸೊಪ್ಪು and you have to go back to shop. ಅದರಿಂದ ಆ ಕರ್ವಿನ ಸೊಪ್ಪು ತಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ತೃಪ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ ಕೆಲಸ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಹಾಗೆ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಮುಮುಕ್ಷು ಸೇತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಮುಮುಕ್ಷು ಸೇತುಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ದಾಟಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ what we want, we have to discharge all our responsibilities.
Okay.
So once you discharge all your responsibilities, then you are free. When you are free, you can opt for higher planes of happiness. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಇನ್ನು ಮದುವೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ರಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಿಂಗ್ರಿ ಹೋಗೋದು ನಾನು ಅಂತ. All these things will keep us, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದರಿಂದ I remember some astrologer came to my father long back, and he told Sharmaji, you just finish all your responsibilities within 6 months. Better you finish off all that ಅಂತ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೋದ್ರು. Exactly at 6th month he disappeared. He died. But I remember when he died, whether he could do the responsibility done or not, no, he could not. So some people don't take it. Here, our Svetasvataropanishad Maharshi is telling, there is a bridge waiting for you by name Mumukshu Bridge, Amrita Bridge. Going by name as Amrita Setu. So you just be a Mumukshu, go up to Amrita Bridge, and you will be able to go to Paramatma and get the moksha. Ishtu chanagi illi helidandre, we have to get rid of almost as far as possible. What is the meaning of retirement? Retirement means you need not go to office. There is no boss for you. There is no job given to you. You are free. You are 10 to 5. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. you are yours only. No more anybody bossing over you. That's what is retirement. But Lalita Sahasranamam, Parameswari yaru andre, Janma Mrityu Jara Tapta Jana Visranti Dayanyai Namo Namaha anta. See, Visranti and retirement. ಆ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಜನ್ಮ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೃತ್ಯು, ಈ ಜರ ಹುಟ್ಟೋದು, ಮುದುಕನಾಗೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಾಯೋದು, ಈ ಮೂರು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಅಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಅಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಅದು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. therefore ಜನ್ಮ ಜರ ಜನ್ಮ ಮೃತ್ಯು ಸಪ್ತ ಜನ ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿ ದಾಯಿನ್ಯೈ ನಮೋ ನಮಃ. ದಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗಿವರ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಮೂರಿಂದ ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿ ಬೇಕು, ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕು. ಹಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಶ್ವೇತಾಸ್ವತರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮುಮುಕ್ಷು ಸೇತು ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ, ಆ ಮುಮುಕ್ಷು ಸೇತು ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಮುಮುಕ್ಷು. ಅಮೃತ ಸೇತು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್. ಅಮೃತತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್, and when you go to the bridge, you should make yourself eligible to go to that. Then you will be allowed to pass on that bridge. So this is what Svetasvatara Maharshi today telling us, and we stop here. Thank you very much. We say Om Swasti. Really?
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamasta, Shri Vasudevarpanamasta, Shri Veda Purusha Ashirvadostu. Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Namaste.